Ever since my visit last fall, I wanted to come back to East Bay Wilds, and I hoped to catch the owner of this nursery, Pete Veilleux, for a chat about plants.
Hey, this is Melissa at Her Quiet Passions YouTube channel, and I'm here with Pete Veilleux. Did I say your name right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rhymes with hey you.
At East Bay Wilds Nursery in Oakland on Foothill Blvd, and I'm having the greatest time here.
And we're open every Friday from 9:30 to 4, and occasionally on the weekends.
Yeah, you have to catch them on a Friday, so
Yeah.
I'm here on a Friday.
Parking on the street of this residential Oakland neighborhood, I knew this would be a cool experience. No tidy lawn to be seen. Instead, flowering native plants were overflowing the sidewalk strip. Stop right there. Let's talk about aesthetics. Why would I be excited about an untidy sidewalk strip? Because nature's arrangement of plants is seemingly chaotic. But nature's plan has wisdom to it. I've always loved looking at nature with an eye for landscaping. Nature has planted with gorgeous colors, shapes, and textures. How can I replicate that? I got there early and bided my time looking over the wide selection of all kinds of California natives. From native succulents to seaside daisies to forest ferns, it's all here. And like any plant maniac, my excitement was building. I was thrown into an alternative reality because my concept of what a nursery is supposed to be got turned on its head. Part flea market, rock supplier, demonstration garden, and dog therapy. It all added up as unique, quirky, and genuine. For me, a trip to East Bay Wilds must include Pete's manzanitas in pots. It's a magical feeling to see a specimen that can grow to be a large shrub, but can stay for a while in a pot like a miniature tree. I just love this little manzanita that looks like a bonsai. Look at the structure that has been revealed by delicate pruning. On my first visit to East Bay Wilds, I was surprised to see manzanitas, dudleya succulents, and ferns artfully potted up in interesting containers. The soil surfaces are usually covered in attractive rocks. I was so inspired, I gave it a try myself. I asked Pete to show me some of his favorite plants.
One of the great things about this, and it's the Claytonia sibirica, it's edible, just like its close relative, the miner's lettuce.
Okay.
It's in between miner's lettuce and Lewisia. They're all related.
Oh, neat.
So, but this one, it's a great way to bring a lot of color and vitality to a dark space. Like around entryways, I use it a lot. It's very, very easy.
Sweet.
And I always suggest that people put in about 5 of them to make sure that they continue. And they do disappear in midsummer to late summer.
Oh.
They disappear for a short while and then they come back in the rains.
Yeah. You can see the relationship to miner's lettuce because these leaves are so succulent. He said they're good to eat too. So I'm going to get one of these.
I wanted to know more about the Mount Vision coffee berry that I bought from him last fall.
This one is like 7-8 years old, and it stays low like this, has very, very beautiful leaves, and gets loads and loads of flowers and berries on it. It gets tons and tons of berries.
So lush looking.
So it's very lush looking, and this is the one coffee berry that I know for full sun, at least here in Oakland. It's full sun. So it's a real great one, and it gets completely covered with the little wasps which pollinate them, coffee berries.
Oh, neat.
Which are also really good at predation for pest reduction.
Wow.
And in front of it here is another neat plant here. This is a very rare one. This is the Phacelia argentea, or the dune Phacelia. It's only known from 2 little locations, and I've been growing it by seed for many years. But isn't it pretty?
Yes.
And it does
beautiful.
get loaded with bees and stuff later on.
And these are flowers that are finished, or they're they're
just
coming
going.
out.
They're
Yeah.
just going. They're in between.
They're a little prickly.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
A lot of Phacelias are.
And where does this grow naturally?
There's only 2 little locations on the coast of Sonoma.
Oh.
Yeah, there's only two little spots where it grows. So, but it's very easy by seed.
Pete had a couple more plants to show me.
This is a serviceberry, a western, well, we don't know if it's, I don't think it's a pure western serviceberry because they get really big and they look a little different. This falls in between the Utah serviceberry and the alnifolia, which is the western serviceberry.
It's so
But
pretty.
this one has been in this pot, a small pot, for 18 years.
Oh.
And it just produces an enormous amount of berries that are very, very sweet when they're ripe. And but I come out here, this little plant here, I get 2 handfuls every other day for several weeks.
Oh,
it
that's
produces
cool.
so much fruit, it's amazing.
So this plant is not for sale.
I have little ones.
Oh, I see.
And I'll have a lot more soon. So, because this is how I propagate it from these here.
Oh, they come up in the
Suckers
pot.
that come up. But the 18 years with no care and very little care, I should say. And look how pretty it is.
That is cool.
It's beautiful flowers, completely covered with beautiful flowers earlier.
Yeah.
And then they turn a beautiful yellow in the fall. Really pretty.
Oh,
So-
deciduous.
But it's pretty all the time. And
Yeah.
it stays in the ground. It gets about this big. Stays about this big at the most. But they grow under deciduous oaks in the wild.
I see.
So they're totally drought tolerant and really tough plants.
You know, every time you talk about a plant, I want to get it because you're so enthusiastic about them, you know?
Yeah, but this is a really, really nice plant that I
Okay.
wish more people knew about. Okay, that's the one I really love the color of.
Yeah.
But the key to them is that they be up off the ground. They be up off the surface so that they have pot feet or something to get air circulating under the roots.
Oh.
And that's really the key to keeping them alive for a long time and flowering.
Because
well.
they naturally grow in rocks or
In
something,
cliffs,
right?
cliff faces. Yeah, this particular kind.
I tried and they did not do well because it was just garden soil and
Oh, you don't put them in the ground.
no. Okay.
Always in pots with really good drainage, and you water them regularly with really good drainage, and they need air to the roots, so they should be up off the ground.
They're very succulent leaves.
And this is how we get our babies right here. See, seedlings.
Look at that.
Seedlings.
All around the edge.
We pot them up and then
Wow.
sell those. Yeah.
Besides Pete, I was happy to speak with another knowledgeable person at East Bay Wilds. Kaya works at East Bay Wilds. She graciously assisted me in plant selections and was so patient with all my questions. Her knowledge of plants is wide, especially medicinal plants. When I asked her to give me an example of the herbal uses of a California native, she brought me over to the yarrow plants.
Oh, right, you're a herbalist. Oh. Herbalist or herbalist?
Well, I'm not American, so
You said-
herbalist.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
And you want to tell us about?
Yarrow, Achillea millefolium. It's in bloom right now. It smells really good.
I just bought one of those.
You did?
Yeah.
A really beautiful medicine for a lot of different reasons. It's like an amazing wound healer. Like, so much so that you need to be careful. Like, if you've got an infection or something in there, you wouldn't want to do it because it just like covers. Like, if you ever get out and if you're lost in the woods or something and you get a cut, like, this is really amazing. It just really covers up a wound like really quickly.
Why do you have to be careful?
Well, say you have like a deep cut, for example, and there's like dirt or something in there that you want to clean out. This is not something that you would want to use because it will cover a wound so quickly that something might get trapped underneath. So it's like, it's good for covering the surface of the skin.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Yarrow, Achillea
Millefolium.
millefolium.
Yeah. Yeah.
I say Achillea. What do you say?
I say Achillea.
Okay.
Yeah. And look, there's a little native bee coming to hang out with us right now.
Oh, it's little.
Tiny. You know, there's like I think it's
way over there.
275 different native bees in California.
How many?
275.
Wow.
It was getting late, and I reluctantly packed up my plant purchases and said goodbye to Kaya and Pete. What a day.
Bye. See you later. Thank you.
Thank you.